Hey everyone, this is Isaiah Real. Next episode of Real Sense Retirement, where I answer your questions about retirement, money, investments, you name it, I answer it. I like this format, this mobile format. It's a little easier for me. And also, too, it's a little bit more, gives me an opportunity to be a little bit more real with you, which I like. So today I have a couple questions. I'm going to be doing this throughout the week, actually. So you're going to see this in like 4 or 5 minutes, but this is going to be me answering questions throughout a week's period of time. So I'll probably be... Question number 1. Required minimum distributions. When do you have to take them out? This is a great question. I got this asked by a client here this morning. To answer your question, there's just a one cutoff date. There's a deadline. December 31st, 2019. You have to take it out by then. If you don't, there's going to be a penalty that accrues. For those of you who do not know, a required minimum distribution is an amount that must be taken out from your account. It could be an IRA account. It could be a simple account. It could be any type of retirement account, but it has to be taken out 70 and a half years of age. So if you're over 70 and a half years of age and you have not taken any monies out from your account, retirement accounts, the government's going to start making you take monies out. It's, as long as you take it out by the end of the year, then you're going to satisfy your required minimum distribution. Granted, you have to know that each person has a different amount. It's going to be based off a couple different factor tables and the amount that you have in your account at the end of each year. So if you need help with that, give me a call. I'm here to help. Or call a financial institution. Or if you can, I'm sure there's calculators online too as well that you can pull it up from too. But that's the question, and that's the answer. Is there anything I can invest in that will not lose my principal? Folks, investing is a very simplistic, difficult thing to do. You can make it very easy, you can make it very simple, but the one thing is that you can never guarantee investments. I wish there's something that can guarantee investments, but there's not. That's where a very specific and disciplined investment approach comes into play. There's a multitude of different investments you can choose from to help you try to minimize that risk. But there's nothing that can guarantee you not lose any money and go higher in principal. That's just how it is. To help minimize that comes down to communication, having the right investments in place, make sure the right investments for you, and that's it. What are your thoughts about annuities? So annuities play a multitude of different roles. Annuities can help provide income for folks. Annuities can help provide protection for individuals. Throughout time, though, I've seen that specifically for a lot of clients, they work for a period of time, but they don't work for their entire life because obviously things change in people's lives. And so therefore, at times they may need more money, whether they're moving somewhere or they have a health item they need to take care of. From what I've seen, I don't personally use annuities anymore for clients just because it locks them up for a period of time. Yes, I may give them income. Yes, I may protect them from the downside. But at some period of time, I've seen it in the past and experiences, clients need money for an emergency, but all that money is tied up in the annuity. So what happens? Where they can get the money from? Well, they can pull monies out, but if they do, they're going to pay a penalty on it. And then that's going to completely just jumble a mess of the whole plan they have for their annuity, where maybe their guarantee for income is evaporated because they took out money for that emergency, or the principal is no longer guaranteed because they took out more than is what guaranteed for the insurance company. And so annuities, they can play a function, so you have to make sure they fit for you. But if you're looking to do that, make sure you have enough money set on the side for emergencies, because I've seen too many times where people have all their money tied up in the annuity, they don't have enough money set aside for emergencies, and that puts them in a really tough spot. What is a target date fund? A target date fund is a specific type of investment. You can usually find it in 401k plans or retirement plans through an employer, or also too, you can find them in education savings accounts 529 plans. Let's say, for example, you're looking to retire in 30 years. So let's say, hypothetically, you're looking to retire, let's say 2050. So 31 years, but let's make it even numbers, 2050. So what target date funds do is the company who manages them, the big investment companies, what they do is they specifically tailor the investments every single year to make sure they achieve some type of goal. So obviously, while you're 30 years away from retirement, your thoughts most likely and your goals most likely are that you want your monies to grow. You want your monies to grow for you right now because you're still working. You have no intention at all right now of retiring because you have another 30 years. So therefore, you have the opportunity and also to a little bit more risk of putting monies to work in possibly more aggressive investments to help your account grow. So a target date fund puts a majority of your monies into more aggressive investments in the beginning of the nature. And as you get closer and closer and closer to that 2050 year, the account becomes more conservative with each year that goes by. And so the hopes are is by the end, by 2048, 2049, a couple years before 2050, therefore the account's going to be extremely conservative in the hopes that your monies have already grown. Now it's time to preserve what you've made and use that for your retirement. So every single year that goes by and where that date on that target fund is, the account becomes increasingly more conservative with each year that goes by. Hey everyone, so that's the end of the episode. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, please feel free to let me know. Message me, give me a call, email me, whatever you prefer. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much.